This show is brought to you by Directory.com, the safest way to hire a contractor.
Welcome back to the Morning Brew with the Homeowners. I'm your host, Dmitry Lipinski. Today I have Sam Cook, public adjuster here in St. Paul in the studio with me today. I also have Brent Simmons from Memphis, Tennessee, and Adam Sand from Canada. Welcome to the studio, guys.
Thank you.
Hello. So today we are talking about major scandals for the top two home improvement stores in US. That's right. We're talking about Home Depot and Lowe's. Spicy stories. We have four of them. First one, we're going to kick off with the Home Depot price controversy. I don't know how I feel about it because, it's pretty much government telling the store how much they can charge. It's false advertising claims. The story here is very, very simple. In California, many counties send inspectors to stores to do price checks. Of course, California have to, how they have disclaimers not available in California and Alaska. There's always disclaimers about California. This is the reason why, because it's highly, highly regulated. These are done on a regular basis, and they record the findings. From 2021 to 2024, inspectors kept finding problems with Home Depot prices. After seeing this happen at a bunch of different locations, officials from multiple counties decided to take action. The state sued Home Depot for misleading statements and unfair competition. So allegations were as follows. Home Depot was accused of telling shoppers on one price and then charging them more at the checkout. The difference cannot be explained by online versus in-store prices. Inspectors look at the prices posted on shelves and other signs inside the stores. When they went to the register, they were charged more. Officials said this kind of things isn't just a mistake, it's intentionally misleading, aka false advertising. Home Depot agreed to a $2 million settlement, but didn't admit to do anything wrong. As part of the settlement, they started a price accuracy program at all California Home Depots. That includes regular audits of at least 30 items per store, including bulk items, immediate correction and documentation of any price errors, no more automatic price increases on weekends. So this is the story, not my experience, because I'm a contractor. I love Home Depot. I love Lowe's too. And in my experience, you go there, if you see any price discrepancy, like you talk to someone, they usually make it right. But California looks like going above and beyond to go after them. What's your takes, guys? Adam, do you have a Home Depot in Canada? Like, how's your experience there?
I haven't had this particular experience, but I am the kind of buyer that tends to just try and I'm usually doing something else while I'm also doing this. So it would probably get me. And I found this story really interesting. I did some math. This is 1,000% of their net profit. But if you do the research, they do 446,000 transactions per day in California. So even if this is happening 0.1% of the time, that's 163 times a day this happens. And based on this particular incident, right, this could be bringing an extra $815,000 to $2 million a year annually, just based on this happening a fraction of the time. So even with the $2 million fine, this isn't actually hurting them that much. It's a willful idiot, you know what I mean? Or a convenient idiot could just be helping Home Depot, because it's probably not Home Depot mandating it. Of course, it's more likely just systems maintenance, which is, I think I know a lot about, and it's hard to maintain systems of that size.
But do you think it's on purpose? Because I've been at Home Depot so many times, and any contractor knows the people behind the counters, there are a lot of temps, a lot of students. People don't know. There's a famous meme right now on TikTok where someone walks in a Home Depot and says, "Hey, can you help me find left-handed hammer?" And people start looking, three cashiers looking for left-handed hammer. It's actually very trending right now. They're these millennials, they don't know what they're looking. So I think a lot of it is not only price checking, but you have to all the labels, all the stock, and there's always someone's working on the shelves at Home Depot. Every single day you walk there, there's someone stocking those shelves because they move so much product, and people who work there, they're not always competent about the price matches and this and that. Brent, what do you think? What's your experience?
I'm a lot like Adam. Like I'm usually, running through the store to get what I need. So if they were intentionally doing something like this, then I would definitely be had on that. But my experience with Home Depot, I've never had, kind of like you said, Dimitri. It's always been if there was any price discrepancy, they always just kind of gave me the discount or helped me out. So back to what Adam said, it does sound like it's some type of system problem, or maybe they have multiple systems that talk to each other, and there's just a few items that the price doesn't update. I don't know. It's so small for it to even be worth it if they were really trying to scam these people.
Sam, Sam, before you chip in, like my question to you is Lowe's or Home Depot?
Menards.
Oh yeah, like Menards here in Minnesota does not have a competition. Love it. But what do you think about this story though?
I mean, I just look at show me the incentive, I'll show you the outcome, right? I don't think they're intentionally mislabeling prices, but prices don't go down, right? So in their system, the prices are going up day after day. Everything's increasing, and the chances are they just don't have the staff to go around and update everything every time that it happens. But there's no incentive for them to fix it, right? And a $2 million fine, I mean, that's just comical for the type of issue this is. And I guarantee I don't think it's just them. I think I could probably go to Walmart, probably could go to Target, probably go to a handful of big box stores and find issues like this. If I scanned every single line or every single item in their store, there's going to be ones that are wrong.
I mean, you see this with the live pricing between AccuLinks and the ABC locations, and that shingle is on the ground at another store, so we had to buy it in, and it came with an increase, and that didn't reflect in your AccuLinks pricing. Like that happens every day. Jonathan Bro said it cost him $140K. Like,
but sometimes it's printing labels. So I have online store. We sell underlayments. We have 4 items, right? And we update prices. Like here's the price for 4 pallets. Here's the price for 2 pallets. And sometimes my graphic designer will come up with something we post on the Facebook, and we don't update it on the website. So that's false advertising. If you change the price and people like, hey, I saw this price, can you honor it, right? And I think a lot of people are smart these days. Like I personally, when I go anywhere, like I go check Amazon prices. I'll go competition. I'll Google. I'll ask ChatGPT now too. Like, hey, what's the best deal for this? If you go to Best Buy and buy like AirPods or whatever, everybody also have a price matches. So you have that going for you. My question to California though, out of all California issues, why they're literally investing in these inspectors going to the store. I mean, think about that job description. Like, go check prices. So pretty much make Home Depot accountable. Make sure what they advertise online in the store is matches. Like, that's a full-time position to do it. And then to prosecute case like this, I mean, between lawyers and legals, probably hundreds of thousands of dollars, just this job alone.
$277,000 of that $2 million fine went for investigation costs and restitution. 1.7 is going to the state. So it's a great game for them.
Well, let's not mention the fact that they're saying
to go around checking Home Depot signs, the best job ever for a Californian at $25 an hour, and they can potentially rack up $1.7 million in civil fines. So it's this traffic cop for big billionaire business. That's California to a T.
It's just crazy because they say they're going to audit 30 items per store in a handful of stores. Shouldn't that be someone's job at Home Depot anyways? Like, is the manager not checking at least 30 items a month, or is there not?
I don't think
that should be internal.
I don't think it's possible. I think if you're looking for the case, you will. I guarantee. If you pay me to go to Walmart and find false advertising, I'll find it.
Absolutely.
Like giant stores like Kohl's, whatever, like any store, it's possible. I guarantee you. I think here's my conclusion here. I think California is so desperate for cash. It's so broken. They're just literally looking at anything to make a dollar. And that's why we hear all the time this advertising not included in California. California is always excluded in most policies of online advertising. I think they're so desperate. Anyway, when we come back after the break, we have another crazy story also from Home Depot. $21 million, biggest lead paint violation in US history. Do not go anywhere.